Hi, welcome to the presentation of our paper. The title of our research is Towards a Metaverse Workspace, Opportunities, Challenges, and Design Implications. I'm Hyungi Park from Seoul National University. I'm presenting this paper on behalf of my co-authors, Professor Dae-Hwan An and my advisor, Junan Lee. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, we have globally experienced remote work at an unprecedented scale. Existing tools for remote collaboration, such as email, Zoom, and Slack, help ease the transition to remote work. Thus, not only information or office work, but also hands-on work has been done remotely if the tasks and environment allow. As the pandemic becomes less of a threat, some companies have called their employees back to a physical office. This is because although many benefits of remote work exist, there still are issues such as reduced productivity, reduced social interaction, and difficulties in HR management. However, workers who are happy or adjusted to the new work from home environment are resisting returning to the physical office. Thus, working in the metaverse has gained much attention as an alternative that could maintain the strengths of remote work and complement its weaknesses. However, we do not know yet what benefits and drawbacks the metaverse has as a legitimate workspace because there are few real cases of working in the metaverse. Thus, this paper aims to identify real challenges and opportunities the Metaverse workspace presents when compared to remote work. To do so, we conducted semi-structured in-depth interviews after recruiting a total of 29 workers who had experienced working in a physical office and/or working completely remotely and/or working in the metaverse. After conducting and analyzing our interviews, we found opportunities of working in the metaverse in four significant aspects. First, the visibility of workers enabled better HR management. Because anyone can see who's logged into the metaverse, it became easier to check on their colleagues or subordinates doing their duties. Second, many participants pointed out efficient interactions and increased communication. For example, P8 mentioned, when we're about to connect Zoom or Google Meet, we enter it after scheduling a time. P5 explained, but in the metaverse, in the middle of talking, I say, hey, come see this, and just teach them how to do it by immediately sharing the internet search screen of my computer or existing documents that I have. Third, we found that working in the metaverse helps organizations achieve goals and form culture. Many participants described their experiences by repeatedly using the following words or expressions: closeness, an intimate feeling, sense of being together, and feeling that I exist in the 3D space, etc. Fourth, we found that working in the metaverse can partially increase workers' well-being. Although many workers express difficulties with remote work in terms of setting a boundary between work and life, working in the metaverse gave them the feeling of going to and leaving work. Also, not only the metaverse office rooms, but other spaces designed for rest or small talk provide the employees with a positive experience and mitigate loneliness. Despite the potential, some challenges of working in the metaverse still exist. First, some participants expressed hesitation or resistance toward working in the metaverse due to the risk of surveillance. Regarding this, many participants primarily emphasized clarification about the purpose of technology use and requested transparency of company regulations. Participants pointed out that working in the metaverse demands higher levels of concentration and work intensity, which can be a critical threat to workers' well being. To resolve such issues, our participants pointed out that firms should design and provide policies and functions or programs to foster workers' physical activities. Ironically, we found that workers need their own physical workspace to work in the metaverse. Participants suggested that firms could financially support employees to secure private working spaces because working in the metaverse could also allow firms to save the cost of maintaining physical offices. We found that there still are tasks or jobs that cannot be moved to the metaverse. For example, there were times when workers should receive documents via a corporate fax number from external firms and receive packages at the firm's real address or imprint the registered legal seal of the corporation. Also, P3 explained where the IoT team so a physical laboratory is needed. Regarding this, we suggest designs to connect offline and online spaces in the metaverse and mechanisms and policies for hybrid work that will create synergy between online and offline work. Although working virtually in the metaverse could alleviate problems of HR management, working in the metaverse inevitably raises other HR issues. For example, the HR team persuades people to work in the metaverse during a recruitment and evaluates or fires workers based on the work occurring in the metaverse and trains and onboards new workers. Since every interaction that workers make, such as logging in, taking an elevator, and using other various functions, could be new and challenging to some workers, HR manager will need to understand workers and their behavior and have a higher level of understanding about technology. Although working in the metaverse is more helpful for building organizational culture and sharing firms' goals, the metaverse cannot fully replace the presence that physical space and interaction give offline. Regarding this, several participants said it is a great idea to encourage and have offline meetups regularly to complement insufficient social interaction online. Such findings are counterintuitive. The metaverse as a primary workspace rediscovers and stresses the value of offline meetings. That is a brief overview of our paper. Thank you for listening.